So, Brisbane is absolutely booming right now, and it seems like everyone is talking about moving there. And hey, if you're watching this, I'm guessing you're asking that one big question. Is it actually a good move for me? Well, we've broken down everything you need to know to help you figure that out. Because that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? This isn't just about spreadsheets and statistics. It's about figuring out if the vibe, the cost, the whole reality of living in Queensland's capital actually lines up with what you want for your life. All right, let's get into it. First, we're going to look at what we'll call the Brisbane Promise, the big picture dream. Then we'll dive into the day-to-day lifestyle and the real feel of the city. After that, we'll get real about the challenges and the climate. Then we'll break down what it's all going to cost, and we'll wrap it all up with a practical step-by-step moving plan.
So, what is the big deal about Brisbane? Why is everyone talking about it? Well, this city, with its iconic river snaking right through the middle, has built a serious reputation for offering a pretty special mix of things that's getting harder and harder to ignore.
And here's the thing relocation experts keep pointing to. It's this exact blend. It's not just about finding a good job. It's about finding a better way of life where you can have a great career without sacrificing your personal time. Honestly, that improved work-life balance is one of the top reasons people are packing their bags for Brizzy. Okay, so we've heard the sales pitch, but what does that better way of life actually look and feel like day to day? What's the real vibe when you're actually living there? You know, this quote really nails it. This isn't just some catchphrase on a travel brochure. People there actually live it. The whole culture encourages you to clock off on time and go enjoy your life, whether that's hitting a riverside park or grabbing a beer with friends. And make no mistake, relaxed does not mean boring. Not at all. There's this incredible creative energy, and it's so easy to tap into. You've got amazing art at South Bank, live music pumping out of Fortitude Valley. It's this super welcoming, artsy atmosphere that makes it a whole lot easier for newcomers to find their people. And get this, if the city's not enough for you, you are literally on the doorstep of Australia's most stunning natural playgrounds. We're not just talking about a local park. We're talking about being a short drive away from world-famous beaches or being able to escape to the mountains for the weekend. This access is a huge part of the lifestyle.
All right, let's get real for a minute. No place is perfect, and to make a smart choice, it's super important we talk about the challenges and the potential hurdles you might run into if you move to Brisbane.
First up, the climate. Yes, the sunshine is amazing, and the winters, they're basically perfect. But, and this is a big but, the summers are intense. We're talking serious heat and humidity from December through February. It can be a real adjustment, and trust me, air conditioning is not a luxury, it's an absolute essential. And it's not just the weather. The city's popularity has created some real pressure points. The biggest one for a lot of people is housing. With so many people moving in, the market is seriously competitive. And while the job market is pretty strong, some people do find that employers tend to prefer local experience, which just means you've got to be ready to network and really tailor your resume. Now check this out. This one tiny number tells a massive story. A housing vacancy rate that's often sitting below 1%. What does that actually mean for you? It means when a decent rental pops up, you have to be ready to pounce. No hesitating. It's fast, it can be stressful, and the big takeaway is this. Get all your paperwork ready before you even start looking. So, with that super competitive housing market in mind, let's talk money. How much is this all actually going to cost? Let's put Brisbane's cost of living under the microscope and see how it stacks up. So right away, you can see the big story here. Rent in Brisbane is way, way cheaper than in Sydney. Now, it's getting pretty close to Melbourne these days, but overall, it's still positioned as one of the more affordable major cities in Australia. And if we look a little closer at Brisbane itself, you can see that classic trade-off. Choosing to live a bit further out from the city center can literally save you hundreds, even over $1,000 a month. This is probably the biggest money-saving tip right here. Being flexible on your commute can make a massive difference to your budget. Okay, so besides rent, what else are we looking at? Groceries, utilities, pretty standard stuff for a big Aussie city. But there's one area where Brisbane has a massive, and I mean massive, advantage right now, and that's public transport. Seriously, this is a huge deal. A 50 cents flat fare trial was brought in, which basically means getting around the city on buses, trains, and even the ferries is astonishingly cheap. This completely changes the game for your daily budget and can free up a lot of cash. Okay,
So if you've heard all this and you're thinking, yup, Brisbane is for me, then this last part is for you. We're going to switch from if to how and give you a simple, actionable playbook to make it happen.
Look, moving can be super overwhelming. So here's a simple 5-step guide that the pros recommend to keep things manageable. If you tackle things in this order, you're going to be golden.
First things first, and this is non-negotiable, your visa. This has to be your #1 priority. Start that process way in advance because it can take a while. Then, do yourself a huge favor and book some temporary housing for when you first land. It gives you a base, takes the pressure off, and lets you hunt for a long-term place in person, which is a massive advantage. All right, you've got a place to crash. Now, how do you get around? Honestly, the TransLink system is a breeze. Just grab a Go-Card, or you can even just tap your bank card, and you can jump on a bus, a train, or even a City Cat ferry for an awesome ride right down the river. And last but not least, the boring but essential stuff. Get a local bank account opened as soon as you can. It just makes everything easier. And don't put off the healthcare stuff. Get registered for Medicare if you're eligible, or get your private insurance sorted out. Ticking these 2 boxes is what really makes it start to feel like home.
So there you have it. On one hand, Brisbane offers this incredible package: sunshine, opportunity, that amazing connection to nature. On the other, you've got the reality of those humid summers and that really tough housing market. Ultimately, the question isn't just, is Brisbane a good place to move? It's, is it the right place for you? And hopefully now you're a little closer to finding your answer.